Hi guys, Ryan here from HowToCureCandida.com, and today I'm going to give you a quick little intro into our Anti-Candida Diet Cookbook. So the Anti-Candida Diet Cookbook begins by discussing the top 10 reasons why people cannot eliminate Candida, lifestyle considerations, dietary changes, how long to stay on the Anti-Candida diet, and what to do if you experience a relapse during the program. We then discuss the Anti-Candida diet in further detail. We discuss the Anti-Candida diet wellness tracking chart, which is a chart to track your improvement while on the diet. The Herxheimer or die-off reaction, which is the reaction that you're probably going to experience if it's your first time going on the diet. We discuss the Anti-Candida diet quick reference table, which is a it's the quick reference table chart similar to that in our How to Cure Candida second edition guide. The main difference though is that, like many things in this guide, the chart is much more dense with information, much more detailed, and just as a liner note to this entire guide, if you are very interested in learning more about the anti-candida diet, we highly suggest that you read the cookbook, because the cookbook has a far more detailed dietary explanation of how to avoid certain foods and which foods to eat on the diet, and does it much more thoroughly than the How to Cure Candida guide does. So just so you keep that in mind, because some people are much more interested in the diet than others, and if that happens to be you, then you will definitely want to be using the cookbook guide. So just to go back to the explanation here, the book also deals with the foods to avoid if you have candida, foods to eat in moderation if you have candida, and the foods that are okay if you have candida. And that covers, I believe, about 20 pages just on that section, and it's quite dense. And then we discuss beginning the anti-candida diet, how to prepare, organize, and discipline yourself while on the diet so you can actually achieve success. Because not only is it important to know what to eat, but how to accomplish it so that you're able to actually get through it all. Because the anti-candida diet is definitely not the easiest diet in the world. However, it's necessary to overcome candida, and it's absolutely doable by anyone if you've prepared properly for it and you have the right foods at your disposal. We then discuss choosing the right foods and how to eat organic, and actually just a bit of a discussion on organic eating while on the diet. As important as it is, it may not be as necessary as you think it is. We then discuss the influencing factors in the anti-candida diet, such as alkalinity, determining your pH charting, acid and alkaline forming foods, minerals, alkalinity and fermentation, food sensitivities, identifying and diagnosing food sensitivities, tests for food sensitivities. We discussed leaky gut syndrome, allergies, and food sensitivity, tips to help you identify sensitivities and allergens. We discussed food combining, improving overall digestion, the 4-day rotation diet, the low carbohydrate requirement for success. We explained to you why it's so critical, the types of cravings you're likely to experience and why, and then some additional tips to help you eat better. Again, some of these topics are discussed in How to Cure Candida. However, like many things in this guide, we tend to go into more detail. So anything you see in this guide will have been essentially written after we wrote How to Cure Candida, and we basically added additional notes, additional explanations to it. And this especially goes for the anti-candida diet, which has a lot of new info, at least 75%, if not more info than actually in How to Cure Candida as far as that goes. So you will definitely, again, want to read this guide if you want to have a deeper understanding of the diet itself. And then just to quickly scan through the recipes, on page 53 is actually where the recipe guide begins. And in this, we discuss breakfast, lunch and dinner, vegetarian meals, soups, salads, sides, snacks, breads, condiments, desserts, beverages, flour substitutes, cooking tips, diets of interest for a candida sufferer, and where to buy food products mentioned online that are mentioned in the guide. We then also, I didn't mention this before, we go into deeper detail in the diet where we actually discuss phase 2 and phase 3 of how to approach the diet. As in How to Cure Candida, we just basically lay out the diet and let you go at it and make some suggestions. In this, we actually will highlight recipes and indicate at what point on the diet you should be consuming these meals, red ones being near the very end, yellow in the second phase, and then ones without highlights can be consumed immediately. So I hope this was informative for you, and again, message us with any questions you might have.